Chosen one, what I am about to share with you will mark a new chapter in your life, a moment where struggle ends and the endless flow of abundance begins. If you are here watching this right now, it is no accident. God has led you here for a reason far greater than you can imagine. From this very moment, it is no longer your duty to toil endlessly or worry about your financial limitation. That weight is being lifted because God Himself is taking charge of your riches, elevating you to a level of prosperity that will shock those who ever doubted your worth. The lack you once experienced will become a distant memory, replaced by a wellspring of opportunities and divine favor that will transform your reality. Before we dive deeper into this life-changing revelation, do 3 simple things that will set powerful energy in motion. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us grow this community, and comment with the number 777. This sacred number will amplify your intentions and align you with the divine flow of riches waiting to manifest in your life. If you are truly a chosen one, you will stay with me until the end, because your spirit already recognizes the truth of this message. The abundance you have prayed for is being released right now, and nothing can stand in the path of what God has already decreed to be yours. Imagine waking up every day knowing that your needs are met, that you no longer have to worry about the ebb and flow of finances or resources. Picture yourself living without the weight of debt, fear, or lack, where the only thing surrounding you is the calm assurance that God is orchestrating every detail of your prosperity. This is not a dream, but a divine reality that is unfolding for you right here and right now. You might think it sounds too good to be true, but remember, we serve a God who specializes in making the impossible possible. He has promised to care for you, and that promise will not return void. When God decides to provide, He does so without limitation. He is not restricted by the economy, by other people's opinions, or even by your own doubts. The Creator of the universe can unlock financial blessings you never knew existed. The favor He places on you will confuse those who once looked down on you. They won't understand how someone they believe to be just ordinary could rise so high so quickly. But you will know the secret. When the Most High steps in, the ordinary is clothed in the extraordinary, and the powerless become powerful vessels of divine abundance. This is not merely about wealth in the monetary sense. It is about the fullness of life, the sort of wholeness that can only come from a divine touch, reaching every hidden corner of your being. When God steps into your story, He doesn't just line your pockets. He breathes life into the places where you felt empty or overlooked. He breathes healing into the relationships that seemed fractured beyond repair, and infuses a new sense of belonging into your heart. In the midst of what used to be chaos, you'll find the sweet, calming presence of peace. Suddenly, there is room for a deeper connection with the people around you, family, friends, even strangers who cross your path. You realize that this path to abundance was always so much more than pursuing money or status. It was about unlocking a supernatural flow that elevates your entire existence. You begin to see how God is restoring relationships that once felt irretrievably broken, breathing hope where hopelessness tried to take root. Emotional wounds you thought you had to live with forever are being mended, stitched together by the gentle hand of the one who knows every layer of your soul. Old arguments begin to dissolve. Bitterness that took hold of your spirit loosens its grip until it no longer has power over you. Now you can breathe freely, letting go of grudges and opening your heart to forgiveness. This restoration isn't just a patchwork fix. It's a radical renewal of how you connect with others, a rebirth of how you experience love, friendship, and understanding. As you move forward, you'll notice that you're not chasing after blessings. Blessings are chasing after you. Pathways open up that you never even saw coming. ideas, connections, and opportunities that seem to appear out of nowhere. What felt like a dead end in the past now reveals itself as the perfect starting point for a greater journey. It's as though God is placing signposts along your path, gently guiding you toward places of favor and fruitfulness. You discover that your dreams and goals have been enlarged beyond the boundaries you once set for yourself, and the destination you are heading toward is so much bigger than any plan you could have devised on your own. You have been chosen to receive a form of abundance that touches every corner of your existence. An abundance that colors your outlook, your words, and your actions. It's not something you have to force or hustle until you burn out trying to maintain. Instead, it becomes a natural outflow of who you are. People around you notice a peace radiating from you, a calm confidence that says, "Everything will be all right." Even when there is no more carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. You recognize that you're supported by the Creator of the universe, and that simple awareness lightens every load you bear. As others witness your transformation, they see a glow in you that can only come from above. It's a glow that doesn't fade under pressure or hardship, because it's fueled by a source that never runs dry. Joy radiates from your eyes, and every word you speak carries an assurance that God is at work. You no longer scramble anxiously, trying to control or fix every detail. You stand firm in faith, knowing that the one who promised is faithful to bring his word to fruition. The peace you carry isn't fleeting. It's deeply rooted in a covenant of trust that goes beyond any circumstance. Whenever you recall the times you struggled, do not let discouragement take hold. Instead, realize that every challenge you faced was part of the grand unveiling of God's power in your life. Each tear was like water nurturing the seeds of your future harvest. The nights of worry and the days of uncertainty were not in vain. They were preparing the soil of your heart for the lavish outpouring of blessings you are now stepping into. Every delay, every disappointment, every moment that felt like a dead end has served as a divine setup, orchestrating your steps toward a reality far better than you could have pictured on your own. Now that your season of growth is complete, you're moving into a time where you can finally enjoy the fruits of your endurance. It's as though a heavy curtain has been lifted and the stage is flooded with the kind of light that reveals a magnificent new scene. Instead of feeling anxious about tomorrow or worried about whether you'll have enough, you have a quiet assurance that God's storehouses are inexhaustible. No longer do you wonder if a life of scarcity is your fate. You see clearly that wealth, true, deep, soul-enriching wealth, has always been part of your divine inheritance. Stepping into this covenant means allowing God to shoulder your financial burdens and every care that has weighed on you for so long. It's the realization that you don't have to carry the world on your back. You realize that the very energy you used to waste on worry is now liberated and available for creative endeavors, serving others, or simply living in a state of peace. In that freedom, your cup overflows, and the overflow itself becomes a blessing to those around you. You find yourself more generous, more open-hearted, and more inspired than you ever imagined, simply because the anxiety of lack no longer rules over you. This abundance is both personal and expansive. It touches your family life, your friendships, your sense of purpose, and every relationship you hold dear. The more you embrace it, the more you see it multiplied. Like ripples in a pond that keep extending outward, strangers become friends, and small opportunities evolve into life-changing breakthroughs. People look at you and wonder how you found such favor, how you maintain such a steady confidence regardless of shifting circumstances. But you know the secret. It isn't about striving to prove yourself or chasing some worldly measure of success. It's about letting your faith anchor you in the reality of God's provision. And so you walk forward with unwavering certainty, not in your own ability, but in the certainty of a promise that cannot be broken. In this new rhythm of grace, There is no frantic need to cling to control or force outcomes. The same God who planted these seeds of greatness within you is fully capable of seeing them grow and flourish. You simply have to align your heart, open your hands, and receive. Day by day, you witness small miracles, solutions arriving without you having to orchestrate them, connections forming at just the right time, and resources flooding in exactly when you need them. Every moment of lack or frustration that once haunted you can now be viewed as an essential chapter in your testimony. Without those stretches of hardship, you might never have recognized the scope of this divine blessing. Your struggles gave you empathy and depth. They prepared you to appreciate the outpouring that is now washing over your life. Each trial served to refine your character, strengthening your capacity to carry the abundance about to be entrusted to you. It is in that fire of adversity that you were shaped into the person fully ready to steward these blessings with humility and wisdom. The strength you gain through hard times becomes a foundation for others to learn from. As your life transforms, you become a living illustration of what happens when someone believes in the power of divine promises. Individuals who once doubted you or even belittled your struggles will witness an undeniable shift that forces them to reconsider what is truly possible. Through you, they will see that no situation is beyond redemption, that no burden is too heavy when lifted by the hand of God. You become a lighthouse for those wandering in darkness, a testimony to the faithfulness that can sustain and uplift even in the most dire circumstances. This covenant of abundance also extends far beyond material things. It is as much about inner peace, emotional restoration, and spiritual depth as it is about financial security. You discover that true prosperity includes harmonious relationships, a vibrant sense of purpose, and the freeing knowledge that you lack nothing in the eyes of your Creator. This shift changes the way you pray, the way you dream, and the way you celebrate each new day. It moves you from a mindset of scarcity to one of limitless possibility. In this place of divine security, generosity becomes second nature. You give not out of compulsion, but out of the overflow of gratitude that fills your heart. Helping others ceases to be a chore. It becomes a joyful extension of the love that has been poured into you. Every act of kindness, every encouraging word, and every resource you share reflects the covenant you have entered, a covenant that ensures your own cup never runs dry. There is a joy in knowing that God's hand is actively at work, orchestrating miracles great and small on your behalf. You stop fixating on your limitations because your focus is now on the infinite goodness of the one who promises to supply all your needs. Worry loses its power, fear subsides, and in its place grows a steadfast belief that you are part of something bigger. A grand design that elevates both you and those who walk alongside you. The excitement builds as you sense that what you're experiencing is only the beginning, that the story unfolding is far from over. This journey leads you into a realm of faith you've never experienced before. Where once you might have backed down in doubt, you now move forward, confident that each step is guided and supported. You find unexpected allies, spiritual insights, and creative breakthroughs. The puzzle pieces of your life fit together more beautifully than you ever planned. There's a serenity in letting go of your old survival mode, in realizing you no longer have to hold your breath, waiting for something to go wrong. And instead you breathe freely, open to the wonder of each new day and each fresh blessing, knowing that you are secure and secure in the center. And so a new dawn breaks over your life, one illuminated by the realization that you are indeed meant to live in abundance, not as an exception, but as your new normal. Even as you reflect on the hardships, you see them as part of a tapestry woven with purpose. What once felt like chaos now reveals itself as an intricately designed plan. Your heart swells with gratitude because, at last, you comprehend the depth of God's intention for you. A life so full that it touches everyone around you with light, hope, and the assurance that miracles are real for those who believe. In this new season, you will notice doors of opportunity swinging open, doors that seemed bolted shut in the past. People in positions of influence will appear at just the right moment, offering you prospects that once felt unimaginable. Unexpected resources, relationships, and ideas will flow into your life, each of them guided by a hand much mightier than your own. This is God's way of ensuring you lack nothing in the fulfillment of the purpose He has designed for you. Every talent you possess will be magnified. Every vision you hold dear will find the support it needs to prosper. Now is the time to release any lingering doubts or fears that you are unworthy of this gift. When God declares you worthy, no opposing voice can stand. The shift may feel sudden, even shocking, but trust that it has been in the works for much longer than you realize. All of the puzzle pieces you could not make sense of before will now fit together with divine precision. And in this alignment, you will find clarity and direction for the road ahead. The more you align with your higher calling and God's plan for your life, the more this richness becomes a natural extension of your daily existence. Your transformation will speak louder than any words. Friends, family, and even strangers will witness the radical shift in your circumstances. Some may question your sudden breakthrough or suspect you stumbled upon mere luck, but you will know beyond a doubt that this is God's favor at work. Your testimony will shine as proof that when you walk in faith, the supernatural becomes possible. Your story will remind others that no matter how dire their situation may seem, God's grace can elevate them beyond human limitations. Prepare yourself to be astounded by how effortlessly financial blessings, creative ideas, and strategic connections flow to you. The blessings are already in motion. Your role is to remain open, faithful, and ready to receive. Keep your thoughts anchored in gratitude, continually thanking God for what He has done and is about to do. Gratitude is the quickest way to solidify your blessings, to guard against negativity that may try to creep in and diminish your faith. Remember, this is not the time to cling to old mindsets of scarcity or fear. This is the hour to step boldly into the new identity of abundance that God has ordained for you. From now on, richness will be your companion forever. This does not mean life will be absent of challenges, but it does mean you have a sustaining power that can never be cut off. You will walk in confidence, knowing that God Himself has taken responsibility for your needs. You will give more freely, help more willingly, and love more expansively because you understand that you serve a limitless source. Your impact on the world around you will multiply, and you will be a vessel for God's blessings to overflow onto others. If you are still here, let this be your confirmation. God has chosen you for such a time as this. Take hold of it with every fiber of your being. Right now, seal this moment by liking this video, subscribing, and leaving a comment with the number 777. Declare in faith that your season of struggle has ended and your season of unlimited abundance has arrived. Feel the shift taking place even now as you align your actions with the belief that God's riches are already poured out upon you. Your life will never be the same after this day. Chosen one, step forward. Embrace the promise that from now on it is God's duty to secure your richness forever. Your prayers have been heard, your tears have been accounted for, and the wait is over. Rise in confidence, for what you receive now will not be taken away. This wealth, this favor, this supernatural breakthrough was destined to find you. You are standing on holy ground where lack cannot survive. Rejoice, because your life is about to serve as a brilliant example of divine provision. Now walk in faith and welcome the fullness of the blessings already written in your name.